is our Monday, April the 13th, 2026, 3:30 work session agenda. And before we start, I've asked Mr. Tindall if he would lead us in prayer.
Stand, please. Let's pray. Dear God, we thank you for this day. We thank you for this opportunity to come in and to lead, guide, and direct this county. And Lord, I pray that you would give us the wisdom and the strength to be able to make the right decisions at all times. Lord, we ask you for rain in this area. Right now it's been so dry, and we need some of your rain. And so, Lord, we ask that your rain would be on our community, for the farmers, for the rivers and the lakes. We just need some rain. So, Lord, we ask you for that. We ask you for continued guidance in Jesus' name. Amen.
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 I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, we have a guest speaker, but we're going to move that one to, and let the employer of the month come first. Is Teresa, if you would. Hey, good afternoon.
Hey, we want to recognize our April Employee of the Month, and it is Miss Laura Cox with the Tax Commissioner's Office. So, Miss Laura, if you want to come up here while we talk pretty about you. Roger, you want to come up here with her? So, Laura was nominated by Roger Collins, Tax Commissioner. Laura's been with us. She's been employed since June 2014. She started in the Clerk of Court's office, and she transferred to the Tax Commissioner's office in October 2020. And the write-up from Roger reads, Mrs. Cox serves as the Chief Deputy Tax Commissioner for the Tax Commissioner's office. She has held that position since July of 2023. Mrs. Cox's duties include, but are not limited to, processing tax payments, identifying delinquent properties for tax sales, assisting with said tax sales, and arranging partial payment agreements on delinquent tax accounts. Along with the aforementioned duties, she also processes tags and titles. Laura creates such a rapport with customers that many will wait in line just to allow her the opportunity to wait on them. In the past couple of months, Laura has had to assume the duties of the tax commissioner while he recovered from open heart surgery. This put an extra burden on her, but she handled this difficult time with professionalism and compassion. Although the surgery was unexpected, the office continued to provide excellent service through her leadership and knowledge. As the tax commissioner continued to recover, she continues to run the day-to-day operations as needed. Mrs. Cox also serves on the Ware County Land Bank Authority. She is an asset to the tax commissioner's office, the county, and as well as the community. So we just want to congratulate Laura for her excellent job. We wanted to take the time to recognize her and thank Roger for the nomination. So congratulations to you.
Congratulations.
And take a picture of this.
Real quick, I just wanted to thank Roger for the opportunity of what I do. It's a lot. It's not easy, but it's who you work for and who you work with is what matters.
Awesome.
You sure?
Yeah. You gotta suck it in. I'm sucking all I can
You gotta
suck.
suck it in.
I think we all got the second.
Okay.
All right, Lonnie Mark, get set, smile.
Hold on, we got one more.
One more.
Thank you. See, you got famous.
Congratulations.
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 Ware County, thank you.
Congratulations. Okay.
I want to say one thing, and then I'll sit down.
Okay.
Laura, me see how I can say this and keep my composure. The surgery was very unexpected. And I trust Laura that whenever I'm out of the office, she does the right thing. This is the first and last time y'all gonna see that happen. But I trust her, and I think that this time.
Yeah.
I believe, I mean, honestly, she'll be my replacement. That whenever I decide I'm gonna quit, she's gonna be the replacement. She's a quick learner, and she's awesome. And that's just gonna take on my heart. They have to give me a heart, so now I'm having emotions.
Thank you, Roger. Thank you. Thank you, Laura. Congratulations. All right. Mr. Danny Bartlett.
Mr. Chairman, as you know, I wear many hats. Today I've got the Waycross Exchange Club's hat on, and I've left everybody on this table, as well as you guys, a trifold. It's called America 250 Field of Honor. You see a picture on the front has all those flags. We've already ordered 350 flags for the celebration on July the 4th. July the 4th is on a Saturday this year. And as well, it's the 250th anniversary of our country. So Exchange Club, we started working back in December on getting this America 250 Field of Honor. We're working with the Colonial Flag Foundation, and they have given us a 50-mile buffer around Waycross. Nobody else can have one of these in their county or city. So we're looking for a lot of cooperation, a lot of participation. And as you look through this thing, it gives you all the information that you need to know. And there's a QR code in there that will send you to the website where there's more information. And we have sponsorships available. And with those sponsorships, you get flags. The biggest thing is you buy a flag to put out there, and it'll have the name of a loved one. It could be a service member, law enforcement, medical, whoever serves the people can get a flag. And once the thing's over, they can take that flag home. For example, my brother is a retired major from the Army Special Forces, and I'm putting a flag out there for him. He's got two sons who both went to West Point. I'm getting flags for them. And my dad died at the age of 36 in the United States Air Force, so I'm getting a flag for him. And I've already ordered them. So when they come in, when you turn the application in, you got the information on the people that you want on the flags, and they'll be on there. And then that Saturday, about 10 o'clock, you'll look on this page right here, and you'll see A-10 Warthogs. They are based at Moody Air Force Base over in Valdosta, and we're going to try to have a flyby with them. Now, a bunch of them have just been sent to the Gulf to open up that Strait of Hormuz when the president says open it up. And then below that's that helicopter, and at one time Netflix had a documentary on the Pedros. Pedros are based at Moody Air Force Base, and they're the guys that get on those helicopters going to the battlefield to rescue wounded soldiers. We're hoping to have a helicopter as a static display that day. We've also, we're already lining up speakers, and we hope to have a big celebration, one of the biggest things that's ever been around here. We wanted you guys to know about it. When you see these, if you need something to pass around to folks, we want to do that. We want to make this a very big celebration. Any questions?
So Danny, on the flags, it doesn't have to be someone deceased, it could be someone still living that you wanna recognize or honor.
Right, you can buy a flag for
Okay.
yourself if you want to.
Okay.
You know, there's no limitation on who you can get a flag for, but it's called the Field of Honor. And we want to be sure to tell folks, it's not a memorial service, okay? It's a celebration of our 250th and the people that helped make this country.
Okay, I think that's good.
Excellent, excellent.
Anybody else? All right, thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Danny.
You don't have a sheet on it that Mr. Ratcliffe is here for the fly-in at the airport next week? Yeah, next weekend.
Yeah.
So we can give him just a minute to come up here and tell you all about that. You've got a flyer up there
Okay.
on the drawing, so you come on out, Mr. Ratcliffe.
While these come, Mr. Chairman.
Okay,
Yeah.
first flight, Waycross, yeah, Waycross,
Yeah,
Waycross.
while these,
Come on.
Mr. Chairman, if I'd have known this young man was coming in here, I told you I've already asked him to get his buddies to fly in on July the 4th.
I was gonna talk to you about it.
Mr. Chairman,
Yeah, go ahead.
if I may, before he,
Go ahead, Mr. Lane.
this is a good dear friend of mine, Mr. John Ratcliffe, and I met him a few years ago. And he's an impressive fellow. Now, he was a fighter pilot during the Vietnam War, a chief pilot for the Ford Motor Company. Then he became over the pilots. And it's not many times you get to be in on the genesis of something. I was in on the genesis when he started even talking about this flight, first flight.
Yeah.
So it's been going on now. This will be what, the fourth or fifth year?
Fourth year.
Fourth year.
Fourth year.
And so it's something that he reaches out to young people, not only just for flying, but anything related to aviation. So I'm just glad to be affiliated with him, and he wants to just say a few things about the first flight.
As they say, when you get to blowing your horn, that's a mighty big toot for such a small fry. Well, the program has involved youth flights, and that's the whole objective of the flying program. We started this in Waycross, nowhere else. It was successful here, so since that time, we've implemented it in Savannah and Statesboro, and we have requests all over Georgia for it. We won't be doing that because I'm getting too old. But the program here at Waycross is designed to fly kids from the 3rd through the 12th grade, which is generally 8 to 19 years old. We also have it to function a lot of aviation professionals. We have former airline representatives, we have pilots, flight attendants, etc., that can go and interact with those people to learn more about what aviation is about. Middle Georgia State, Valdosta State, and a couple other schools will be available to provide information to the kids. We have a very interesting piece that everybody can participate in if they use a paper airplane flight. We give an award. Sometimes it's Chick-fil-A, and sometimes it's cash, depending on how lazy I was the day before. We have simulators, 2 simulators, where those kids who might not want to fly can apply themselves and pretend that they're in the air, and we have instructors to support that program. Something special that we started 2 years ago that comes directly from John Ratcliffe, that is, we award a 15-hour block of flying for somebody. One person that exists in either Ware or Pierce County, because Pierce County doesn't have an airport, that we will give them, which is equivalent to about $3,500. We have some instructors there to provide information to the parents and the kids about what aviation is all about and how they can go about getting themselves a pilot license. The highlight again is for the kids. They all get a 20 to 25 minute flight, and if you've never been in the front of an airplane, it's a lot different than looking out the side window. And some of those kids come back with the biggest grin on their face that you never want to look at. Our organization is called Thrill of the First Flight, and that's why, because for the majority of them, it's their first opportunity to fly in an airplane. And for the ones who have been in an airplane, this is the first opportunity for them to look out the front. And I tell you, gentlemen, it's a different picture. I was just listening to the gentleman talking about the various awards, and I during the Vietnam operation, being a fighter pilot, if some of our people got shot down, you had a war within a war. We were going to get them back. and that's what they did. That's pretty much it. It's a great day. We have food there. Okay, let me tell you what it costs. In order to sign up, you got to put up a $10 fee, and you get that back in terms of a food court credit if you show up. In the past, we had people just signed up with no intention of showing up. So we had 100 people signed up, 120 people signed up, and only 50 show up. So if you don't show up, we keep you $10. Okay, that's simple. If you show up, you get your $10 back for a credit at the food court. I can't tell you how much we've been supported by D. Meadows and the airport staff. They're all into the planning with us, so make sure you recognize that in whatever way is possible. We are pleased to do it here. Again, this was the initiation for the program. It's spread out to other places. I got a call from Swainsboro the other day. I said, can't do it, I'm too old. But I appreciate the cooperation that the city and the county have given me in terms of what I wanted to do. I'm a believer in aviation. It made it possible for, let's put it this way. I was the director of aviation and chief pilot of the Ford Motor Company. And every year I get 2 new cars. So you know it's been good to me. So I'd like to provide that. I fund the program. If I get support from anybody, I appreciate it, but I'm not gonna ask anybody for anything. So if you wanna give, it's on the website, firstflightga.org. That concludes what I got to say, I guess. Got a good man over here. I didn't know he was gonna be here. Any questions for me? I'd love to answer them now. And whatever you can do to publicize the event, we'd like to fly as many kids as we can get, and we can probably support as many as 150. And how do we fly? With local people that I've vetted all the people that fly. We got some instructors that are operating here at the airport, Frontline Aviation and several others. They provide us with airplanes as well. So I have an extremely high level of cooperation here in Ware County. Anything?
Any questions?
I'll bring your people out, okay?
Yes, sir.
Love to have
Thank
you.
you, sir. Right.
All right, now.
Thank you, Deacon Radcliffe.
Okay, that's all the guests we have in it. Okay, let's move on to the agenda items. On a bid award for Recreation Department beverage contract.
Who's doing this one?
Mr. Chairman, this is we went out for sealed bids for the beverages that are sold at the Recreation Department, and we received one bid back. It was from Coca-Cola Bottling Company. In your packets, you see the product pricing per case. 20-ounce carbonated is $33.49. 16.9 to 20-ounce water is $26.74 per case, and then 20-ounce isotonic, which would be your Gatorade and so forth, $32.10 a case. Also part of that bid package is kind of other contributions that they can do for us, and you can see that they pledged $10,000 towards a one-time donation or towards a utility buggy. Then also $2,000 a year for 3 years for volunteer appreciation for $6,000, and also $1,000 for 3 years for coolers, hand towels, etc. for $3,000, and then a sponsorship $2,500 per year for 3 years, in total of $7,500. And then the commission structure is 20% commission on most products. So we recommend that move this agenda and use select
Okay,
Coca-Cola.
Move it over.
that's the only one we had, just the Coca-Cola.
Right.
Okay. All right. Any discussion on it? Anything else? Everybody agree? Move it over? Yeah. All right. We'll move that one. On B, Bailey Street Pool, operational agreement and proposal.
Mr. Chairman, this is two requests. The first request is the operational agreement with the YMCA, a total of $11,000. $5,500 would be due June 1st, 2026, and then $5,500 would due by July 1. This is to operate the pool from May 23rd through August the 1st. The hours of the pool will be Tuesday through Saturday from 1 to 5 p.m. The other agreement is a proposal from Certified Pool Operator, and that's Sully's Pool Service and Safety Training. In the past, the wives handled both of those functions. However, they no longer have a certified pool operator on staff. So, and this is the former employee of the Y, who is a certified pool operator. And in order to operate that pool, we have to have that. And so his proposal is to operate for a cost of $2,400 per month and a total of $7,200. And his role would be to keep all the chemicals correct, clean the pool, and make sure we meet all the safety guidelines for that. So. And then, I was
There
gonna
was
ask
a lot
Lance.
about security on it one time, is that?
Well, we still have to do
covered?
security as well.
We still have to?
Yes, so we have to provide security with the city of Waycross. I've contacted, the city manager, Mr. Rayford, and he said they would provide that this year. I think they were trying, Commissioner Burst had maybe spoken with the commissioner and see if they may can contribute some funds towards that. Have not heard back on that part. But I do know that, if Mr. Adamson come up and he will speak, that we are in the process of sending a staff member to training to get that CPO. And then also we're in the process of trying to send some, personnel to lifeguard training.
Right.
So that next year, we operate the pool solely as Ware County and not have to go out, so we can knock out those extra costs.
And
Okay.
also, Chairman, if I may,
Go ahead.
and I'm glad the manager mentioned that. Because right now, we're pretty much at whatever the WOW informs us we have to do as far as the lifeguards and the security. But if we get our own lifeguard, that pretty much that aspect will go away as far as us having to have security out there. And this is what Mr. Adamson, he probably mentioned something when he gets up here about it. But we won't have to have security when we get our own lifeguard, and we also get a certified pool operator on staff. So that's gonna cut that budget pretty much almost in half right there. And he's already working on getting that ready, and so we can start next year with it and don't have to worry about that.
You have any more?
So we're gonna go with the recreation department. Okay.
Mr. Addison, he can kind of elaborate on what he's started and what he's trying to,
Okay.
Yes, greetings, Mr. Commissioner, Mr. Chairman and Commissioners, hope you all are doing well today.
Good evening.
Yeah. It's been years and years of agreement was made with the YMCA. It was initially a swim program to teach kids how to swim. And that was a partnership that the rec department and the YMCA worked on together. We had to have a public pool, and we was able to provide that public pool. And then the relationship, it just grew over time, that they maintained the pool, provided lifeguards. At some point, security was asked, and that additional fee, as you would know, it took a toll on our budget. And for years now, that's how it's operated. And we're kind of in a position where we have the time to operate our pool as we once did before under Ware County Rec Department. And it will also help reduce the budget. One thing you have to do is have a certified pool operator. And that class takes about 3 days. That person could go and learn, then they have to take a test to be certified. And once they get certified, they're then able to function a public pool. So that's what we want to work on. It's been over 15 years since we operated our pool. We did it in the past, and I know we could do it again.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Any other questions?
Any questions? Y'all got anything?
One thing, on the certified pool operator, I know we're gonna have someone, but are we gonna have more than one person that's gonna get that certification, or I don't know what the cost is to get it done, but
It costs about $350 to take the class, and the test is included. So we hope to have 2 or 3 staff.
okay, that's
So
what I was
it's
about to
very
say,
cost-
because, it always need a plan B and a plan C
Yes.
sometime, so it might be a good thing to have more than one person that
Absolutely.
can do that.
Right.
Yes.
Mr. Chairman, so it's gonna cost us, 11,000 plus 7,200, Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
And the 11,000, that's kind of been annual, so we know that cost with the lifeguard. We see that every year. We just do the procedural thing and ask for you all's approval. So.
Okay. Is that already in the budget?
Yes,
It
that's
is,
it.
and it's gonna be all right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you,
All
Larry.
right.
Thank you, Lance.
Thank you, Lance. Okay. Resolution of 2025-05, local legislation for technology fees. Now, let's see.
Mr. Chairman, this is a, request to approve a resolution to support or authorize the Ware County Magistrate Court, Probate Court, and State Court to assess and collect a $10 technology fee for civil action, as well as a $10 surcharge on each assessed fine. There's several steps to this, and we've already did one step, which was advertising, and the legislation put it on the did what they had to do at the legislative level. But the final step to this is for the commission to approve a resolution and send it back to them before the governor will sign to allow this to happen. So, and the resolution is included in your packet. And this monies are collected and they're kept separate in a separate account, and they can only be used for software, computer, technology inside the court systems. So, and it doesn't include Superior Court, just the smaller courts, lower courts.
So all of the cases they'll be charged at, and
Right, yes, sir. Charge an additional $10. I mean, right now, we pay, and I can't remember the exact amount, but just say for magistrate court, I think we pay something like over $2,000 a month in just technology fees for one software company that requires. So, you know, this will help offset some of that cost.
Mr. Chairman,
go ahead.
so James, if we sign, we approve this resolution, when will this take effect?
When the governor signs.
Okay, so it's maybe
governor
like
has to
July?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's,
Yeah, if the governor would have signed to give final approval.
even if we approve it, it might not get approved then.
He can still veto it, right?
Right,
You just have to show support for it, is what they were asking.
right.
So if we charge you $10 for spitting on the street, it costs you $20 now.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
We might not want to do that. Ain't no
Or clean up them
fine.
cigarette butts in front of the courthouse.
Yeah.
Careful where you spit.
Okay, anything else? All right, y'all move it over?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, let's go to bid award for airport runway 119 rehabilitation.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, we received sealed bids and were opened on March the 5th, 2026 at 2:00 p.m. for the rehab of airport runway, or runway 1-19, which is the main runway. 3 bids were received. The lowest bid was East Coast Asphalt LLC at a total of $1,731,196. This is a 95% federal, 2.5% state, and 2.5% local. So our portion or our responsibility for this rehab project for the construction will be $43,279.90.
Okay.
And we recommend that we go with East Coast Asphalt. And also Paso Road recommends that as well.
All right. Any more? Anybody got anything?
I think that's pretty good
That
deal right there.
pretty cut and dried, ain't it? It ain't gonna cost us a whole lot. Pay it. Let's move it over. Okay. Now this is the library board appointment
Mr. Chairman,
for the
Commissioners.
unexpired term of Tawana Harris.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, the Commissioners, Ms. Tawana Harris was, serving on the board, I think I'm not sure what reasons, but she has moved, her residence, and so she is no longer able to attend, the meeting. So the library board is requesting that the commission appoint Stacy Thrift from Manor to, fill the unexpired term, the unexpired term of, Ms. Tawana Harris, and it would, her term would expire December 31st of 2026.
Okay. I don't know her, but,
Mr. Chairman. Now, James, and which I talked to him earlier today, this appointment, this is a county appointment.
Correct.
Okay, so my experience been normally we submit names or they submitted us a list of candidates or whatever, but in this case right here, they've already picked someone.
This is what I received, was this person, yes, sir.
Okay, so
how'd you get this? She sent it?
It came to me from the Irritant Library. This was the application, the only application that they had.
Oh, she's the
for
only
position.
one that's filled out.
Only one put in the application.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know prior to that how it all worked. That's just what I got.
but I know in the past we've had, we would, maybe say if one of us had a name, that we want to submit, and go put the name in the hopper, That's
And
why.
we've had it both ways.
Yeah.
So at different boards, and we've had some that they submit and the commission would choose, or the commission would choose, who they want us to serve in that position. And the commission can still do that. I mean, if that's the desire of the commission is to appoint somebody else, you can appoint somebody else.
Do you have any of y'all have anybody in mind?
I don't
to
have nobody in
appoint that
mind,
would
and
accept it? Do
this
you
is
have
just for the
anybody
rest
that
of the
would
year,
accept it?
James?
No, it goes through 26.
This is 26.
Just to finish the year
December
out.
30th.
Okay, so then we'll have to reappoint somebody else.
Correct.
I suggest we move it over, and then at the end of the year, if somebody wants to put in for it, they can.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is just a part-time, man. I mean, just to
Just
fill
to
out.
finish it.
Finish the rest of the term.
Right.
Okay.
So I can understand.
I can go along with that. Like I said, maybe in between that time, if we have someone that.
Somebody else
Yeah.
might sign up.
Right. Good
Okay,
move.
let's carry it over. Okay, 2026 local road assistant, LRA approved roads for application.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. This is the, what we commonly call the second round LMIG for 2026. And we have placed two roads on the agenda at the Commission's, request, and it was Beach Road, beginning at Lucy Moore Road and go 3.6 miles west of Lucy Moore Road, and that fee was, proposal from the engineer was around $695,000. And then for the other road was Lucy Moore Road, beginning at Bickley Highway and, going to the county line at Bear Trail. And that total is $169,002, which brings a total of $1,591,233.32. So, and that is approximately $218,154.13 higher than the amount of funding that we'll receive. We'll receive just round numbers, 1.3 million for this. But keep in mind, this is the engineer's estimate. This estimate should be high. And so what I suggest that the commission wants is we bid these out to do the entire lengths, and then at the bid opening and the bid award, if it comes in too high, then we can kind of cut the length back a little bit, or we'll just, the commission wants to, we'll
Shorten
use
the road.
2022 splost or either your regional funds to finish it out. I will say on Beach Road, it's not the complete road. The engineers went out and rode the road and evaluated it, and that's where they felt need to be done. They felt like that from past the 3.6 mile mark, that had already been done in a recent, and it was a pretty good road, so.
Okay. So in other words, we wanna try to bid the Beach Road and the Lucy Moore. And if both of them comes in, they could come in around the 1.5.
Right,
Somewhere.
or they could come in at 1.3,
Yeah,
you know?
bid them both then, I'd say.
Yeah,
I
we
think
bid
I'd
'em
bid
and-
them both. I think I'd bid the whole thing and then see where it comes in at. We have to trim, we have to do something.
I think we got it on the list to get them restriped anyway, right?
That'll all be in it.
I'm not sure if they're on the list for restrike, but if they are, we'll remove them
Okay.
off.
Yep,
If this, when we go
I
through this, cause we don't wanna do,
I would hate to restripe them, you know,
Yeah.
until they do get resurfaced.
Right.
if they're on the list for restrike, we'll move it and we'll do an amendment to that,
Okay.
that grant, and then we'll, add some more roads, cause I think there's some more roads that could be
Yeah.
actually added with restrike.
Okay. We'll go ahead and put them out in bid then, huh?
That'd be good.
Okay,
Carry it over.
carry it over.
Okay. The, G, a purchase request for Ware County Sheriff Department for 5 Ford Explorers. And that one, you had a price. Y'all see those two prices on those vehicles?
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, we had two prices on that. We just received one price today, the second price. The first price was $297,875 for the 5 vehicles, and that was for 2025 model, Explorers. The second price we received today was $280,700 for the 5 vehicles, and that's for 2026 vehicles. So it was roughly $17,000 lower,
And you're
Okay.
getting a newer vehicle too.
and a newer vehicle.
And this is a different company?
Different company, yes, sir.
What
Yeah.
company is it, do you know?
Powerhouse Automotive Group in Cordele.
That second sheet, I
Cordele.
The second sheet. Oh, I
Second
see it
sheet
now.
you showed,
Yeah,
yeah.
can tell it's the same salesperson.
okay.
I'm half blind, I couldn't see.
I did the same thing when I looked at it.
Anything else on it? Y'all got?
Good.
Take it, carry it over?
Carry it
And I
Take it over.
think we, this will be coming out to 2022 splosh, right?
Correct.
Okay, and they've already gotten
5.
5, okay. So this will wrap it up.
This will help upgrade their fleet, right?
Good. Okay. All right. 8. HB 1566 homestead exemption from Ware County School District ad valorem tax for residents 75 years of age and older. Ain't none
Mr. Chairman and Commissioners, our clerk, Ms. Brooks, got a email request from, the governor's office, intern, requesting the county commission, either do a resolution or a letter or send an email back responding that they support this House Bill 1566, and essentially, what this House bill does is it's actually, putting on a referendum in November to allow the citizens in Ware County to vote to allow for another homestead exemption for Board of Education. And it would be basically anybody over 75, could file for the homestead, or anybody that owns the property over 75 could file for the homestead exemption and, be exempt from school board tax.
And that's just gonna be for the school tax part?
Just for school
not the-
tax, yes, sir.
Okay, what would the deficit be on it? I mean, how much is it going?
400,000 is what they is.
Where they gonna make that up at?
I'm not sure. I've talked to, Dr. Barber. He said he has not had a chance to talk with the board, about this. He was unaware that we got this request. And so far, he says he assumed that the board would not support it. But it still has to go for a vote, for the commission for the citizens have to vote on it. So I actually spoke to, Burchett, the House representative who dropped this bill, and he didn't understand why the governor's office wanted a letter from us either, because it doesn't pertain to us, but, he never got back with me on response. He was gonna call, so.
I don't know if I'd wanna support it because they gonna have to get it somewhere. They come back.
When is our next collaborative meeting? Wednesday? I think it would be good to kind of let that be a topic of discussion with the school board and not just jump out and do something. I mean, I think that's the whole reason we're collaborating with them and the city is to make sure that we don't do something without the other one knowing that we're doing something like that. So I think we need to discuss it then and get their thoughts on it at least before we do a resolution on it.
And I agree, that's, when I talked to Dr. Barber, I was telling him, we kinda had a problem with, I felt like I did, is having a problem to ask us to do something that we're not sure how your board felt.
Right.
And I said that same lines to Representative Burchett, and like I said, he said, I don't know why they wanted you to, a letter from the county commission, because it's going before the voters.
Right.
Unless the governor vetoes it, so it doesn't sign the bill.
Yeah. I mean, if the school board supports it, then I wouldn't have a problem with supporting it and writing a letter saying that we support it, but I think we need to kind of stand strong with one another on these kind of situations.
Right.
Yeah.
And I don't think
we could send back a neutral letter saying that, this doesn't pertain to county taxpayers and that it doesn't affect us, so we don't, have any comment on how they proceed.
Yeah, I think we just need to pause on, pushing it forward in the agenda and not do anything with it until we get meeting with them. I wouldn't want them to write a letter of support saying
I agree.
The state's gonna take away $400,000 of our money on taxes and get the support of another body in the community and it kind of go to bite us in the rear.
I agree.
So I don't want to do it to them.
It'd be like giving that raise back in the day when they started Social Security, said to give them 5 cents, and then they took 7 cents out as a check. He said, the old man said he didn't want another one of them raises. He didn't understand that Social Security, he didn't want no more raises there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with what Commissioner Turner said, and I talked with James about it today, and I was just kind of really caught between a rock and a hard place because, like you were saying, I'm repeating what he said. You want us to support something that's going to impact them. It's not going to really impact us. It's going to impact them, And like I say, if they lose that money, they got to get it from somewhere.
Right.
Yeah.
Or something that go like it. I put it that way.
That's what I feel about it, because I don't think they could. They'll come back somehow. Might be worse.
So I guess
So what we gonna do with it? Just how we gonna
table
do
it until.
Just say we just don't move it on.
Yeah, I wouldn't move it over.
Right.
Move it over, we'll either vote,
Right. We'll get
let's
something
move it over.
Wednesday. If they support it or whatever, then we'll bring it back next month for next meeting to the commission.
Yeah.
So even if they don't support it, or I guess you could give me a directive at that meeting, what you want us to do. So we can do it.
All right. Let's move on. Carry it over. The resolution 2026-06 approved the Georgia DOT TIA agreement for the projects. And I guess we'll use both of those at the same time here. You got 26-07.
It's 2 different resolutions.
Is it 2 different resolutions on it?
Yes, it's 2 different resolutions.
Projects.
The first one is for resolution for the T agreement for Solomon Street, 4th Avenue, South Avenue, and 6th Avenue. And just to cut a long discussion short is that this is have an agreement with DOT so that when the funding becomes available in the TIA, we can get our money back.
We get it back because we've done something to work. Okay.
So, and that's 06, resolution 2026-06, and that's gonna be the same thing for resolution 2026-07, except it's gonna be for Katy Lane and Dusty Lane.
Yeah.
So we can get our money back.
We done, okay.
If
Y'all
y'all move both
understand
of
that?
those.
Yeah, both same thing, it's just 2 different.
Right.
Yeah, it's just 2 different projects that,
And I really appreciate that we will be reimbursed,
yeah.
at some point, even though because if we didn't, we would have to be waiting in one case 2032. Some of them are slated, you know.
We just need to make sure at our end that we keep good records, that we know, just in case, you know, myself, Melinda, or, Madam Attorney, or this board is gone in 2032, that we got records to show that, so we can request to get our money back.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Or the county can request to get his money back.
All right. We'll move. Both of them, I and J. Okay, let's go to K. Alcohol license request for 1200 East Blackshear Avenue.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, I'll ask if we can bring, Dave Hanson up to discuss this. He knows more about it than I do. I haven't had a chance to review it.
Dave, come on up.
Mr. Chairman, this is for alcohol, beer and wine consumption, off-premise consumption for Mr. Nitulbai Patel at 1200 East Blackshear, Suite H. Mr. Patel has completed everything that was required of him, and there are no qualifying or disqualifying factors.
Okay.
Is this that little shopping center down there by, is it Sunnyside?
Yes, sir.
Sunnyside.
Yeah, Sunnyside's the corner street, side street.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I know where you're talking about. Okay, is any discussion? Anybody got anything?
So not, if it's the place where I'm thinking about, wasn't it a storefront church right in that area, or have they stopped having service there?
They used to be, yeah. They
It
quit
is,
having-
but it's outside the minimum distance.
It's outside of it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And that distance would be what, how many feet, 1,000 feet?
300 feet.
300 feet,
Yes, sir.
okay.
And I believe that church, last time I measured it, I believe it somewhere around 1,000 feet.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else? Huh?
No, the reason I asked my question was because if it had been at the other end, you got an elementary school there, got a fire station too there. That's why I was asking if it
Yes.
was.
Okay.
So you good with it, Dave?
I'm good with it.
Okay.
All right. All righty, let's carry it. All right, now, L, bar pit, Rusty Tatum. We're gonna approve another bar pit on his property.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's ended up being real good dirt. And I think
Yeah,
we're
that's some good dirt out there.
finishing the first one, so we're just requesting to do he wants another one, so requesting to do another one just next to it.
Okay.
And then, so.
You're gonna go a long ways on that back, right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All righty. Anybody got anything on that?
No, move it over.
Move it on over. All right. Let's go to M, reappointment of the Ware County Board of Health. Expired term of Dr. Jill Goggins Bryant. So, wait now.
Her term
is just ended.
It did. We got a call from the health department today requesting that she be reappointed. Her term ended in December, and so she's agreed to serve for another 5 years. So it'll be from January 1 of this year to December 31st of 2030.
So we just gonna reappoint her back to it. Okay, that's good. Okay.
And we got this request today, so that's why I was late getting it to you.
Okay. All right. Anything on that?
I'm good
All
with
right, we'll move it over. Okay, that's it. Let's see, manager's comments.
I don't have anything.
Got anything?
Not right now.
Commission got any comments?
I'll save mine for the end.
All right. I hear a motion to adjourn this work session.
So moved.
Second.
We got a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Meeting adjourned. We'll be back at
4:30.
4:30, about 10 minutes, to a public hearing.